In a world of noise and distraction, there is one place where wisdom still whispers, where voices of greatness echo through time. Welcome to the Motivational Library. Every goal has a cost, and no one, absolutely no one, gets to walk past the counter without paying. You want something better in life? Good. But here's the truth most people never say out loud. Wanting isn't enough. Life doesn't reward wishes. It rewards the ones willing to trade for what they desire. You want more focus? It'll cost you your distractions. You want more success? It'll cost you your comfort. You want a stronger mind? It'll cost you your excuses. This audiobook is not for the people who want easy. It's for the ones who are finally ready to be honest with themselves. If you're the kind of person who starts but never finishes, if you're tired of talking about change without ever actually changing, then this is for you. No sugarcoating, no hype, no fake motivation, just the real, unfiltered truth about what it actually takes to build the life you say you want. Because everything you dream of, everything you pray for, everything you claim you're chasing comes with a price tag. And you either pay that price daily or you stay exactly where you are. So the question is simple. Are you finally ready to pay the price for the life you say you want? If your answer is yes, then keep listening. Opportunity Chapter 1. Recognize the price of every goal. The recording opens with a stillness so intentional that it pulls the listener closer. A quiet breath, a pause heavy with meaning, a moment that makes every person lean in because they can sense. This is where the truth begins. Everyone in the room carries the same silent question. How do I reach the life I want without losing myself in the process? The answer is simple, honest, and often avoided. Every goal has a price, not a financial cost, but a personal one. The kind that demands your time, your energy, your focus, your effort, and sometimes even your comfort. The moment a person truly understands this, everything changes. They stop wishing for success as if it will fall from the sky. They start preparing for it like someone who knows it must be earned. A goal is not just an idea, it is a responsibility. And the first act of responsibility is recognizing what that goal will require. Many people never reach their next level because they refuse to look at this part. They love the fantasy of a better future, but avoid the reality of what it will cost in the present. They want progress without sacrifice. They want growth without discomfort. They want new results while holding on to old habits. This struggle doesn't make them weak. It makes them human. But growth begins the moment a person stops running from the price and chooses to face it with honesty. A person who wants health must accept the cost of discipline. A person who wants confidence must accept the cost of showing up, even when doubt whispers loudly. A person who wants financial elevation must accept the cost of learning, consistency, and uncomfortable action. Life does not hold your goals hostage. It simply stands still and asks, are you willing to pay the price? This truth shouldn't make you anxious. It should make you powerful. Because it means the journey is determined not by luck, but by the choices you control. When a person stops asking, why isn't it easy? And starts asking, what will this demand from me? Their entire thinking shifts. Their decisions sharpen. Their energy focuses. Their excuses begin to disappear. Responsibility takes the front seat. Challenges no longer surprise them. Delays no longer discourage them. They understand that difficulty is not punishment. It is preparation. The pressure you feel while working toward your goal isn't meant to crush you. It is meant to shape you into the person who can hold the life you are asking for. Without resistance, there is no strength. Without action, there is no confidence. Without effort, there are no results. People who search for shortcuts eventually realize they only create longer paths, because shortcuts avoid the very thing that transforms you, the growth that comes from paying the price. Those who try to escape the cost end up repeating the same year on loop, wondering why nothing changes. Life isn't withholding progress. It's waiting for alignment, for commitment, for consistency. Once a person accepts the price, clarity arrives like a flood. They understand why certain habits must end. They recognize which relationships drain their energy. They see clearly why they can no longer waste time on anything that doesn't serve their direction. Every decision becomes simple. Does this pay the price for the life I want? Or does it add to the cost of staying the same? Some goals demand early mornings. Some demand late nights. Some demand the courage to learn. Some demand the courage to let go. None of these costs are meant to break you. They are meant to build you. Every person who has achieved something meaningful paid a price the world didn't see. Quiet practice, internal battles, lonely discipline, long nights of doubt, and days where they kept going with zero motivation. What set them apart wasn't talent or luck. It was willingness, commitment, respect for the price. And once a person embraces the cost, something powerful happens inside them. They stop negotiating with their weaknesses. They stop waiting for perfect conditions. They stop expecting progress while clinging to comfort. They understand that discomfort is temporary, but the pride of becoming stronger stays forever. Recognizing the cost doesn't make the journey harder. It makes it real. It gives shape to the path. It creates a deeper connection between the person and the future they want. It builds resilience, clarity, and consistency. This understanding returns the power of change to the person who wants it. You cannot transform your life overnight, but you can start paying the price today. With each small, steady choice, you build a version of yourself that is stronger, clearer, more capable, and more aligned with your goals. At first, the progress feels invisible. Then one day, you look back and realize you built a life that once felt impossible. Transformation always begins here, not with the dream, not with the plan, but with the understanding of what the dream requires. Because once you accept the cost, you stop chasing the life you want and start becoming the person who will achieve it. Chapter 2. Accept the effort required for real progress. The room settles into a calm silence, the kind that tells everyone that the truth is about to arrive long before the words even do. There's no tension, no noise, just a shared understanding. Progress is not an accident, it is earned. Real change isn't a surprise gift life places in your hands. It's something you build with steady effort. The effort most people spend their whole lives trying to avoid. A person who truly wants a better life must understand something vital. Effort is not your enemy. Effort is your path. Nothing meaningful grows without it. No new life forms without it. No transformation unfolds without it. A better life isn't built on wishes, daydreams, or fantasies about a stronger future self. It's built through the work you do when nobody sees. Nobody praises, nobody claps. And the moment a person accepts that effort is required, they stop blaming circumstances and start claiming responsibility. Responsibility not for what happened to them, but for what happens next. Most people love imagining the future version of themselves, confident, healthy, disciplined, focused, fulfilled. But when it's time to do the real work, something inside hesitates. They wait for the perfect mood, the perfect timing, the perfect burst of motivation that never arrives. That hesitation is what locks them into the same routines, the same habits, the same year repeated over and over. Not because progress is impossible, but because they haven't accepted the effort required to move forward. There's nothing wrong with wanting comfort. Every human wants ease. But comfort doesn't create transformation. Comfort builds repetition. Comfort protects the life you already have, not the life you want. When a person finally accepts the effort required, their relationship with growth changes entirely. They stop expecting it to feel easy. They stop expecting it to feel fun. They stop expecting immediate results. They begin focusing on what needs to be done instead of waiting until they feel like it. Effort is not pain. Effort is participation. It means stepping into your life with intention instead of drifting through it on autopilot. Avoiding effort is giving away your power. Choosing effort, even in small doses, is how you take it back. Each step, each action, each choice becomes a quiet vote for the person you are becoming. That's how real progress starts. Not with a dramatic leap, but with the simple acceptance that effort is the key to every step ahead. Most people underestimate the force of small daily effort. They think progress needs to look impressive. They wait for excitement, passion, fireworks. But progress is often quiet. It's choosing learning over scrolling, choosing discipline over distraction, choosing to keep your promise to yourself even when quitting would be easier and no one would know. These moments stack. They build trust in your identity. They build discipline in your mind. They become the foundation of the future you once thought was out of reach. Accepting effort doesn't mean every day will feel powerful. Some days will feel slow, heavy, confusing. The mind will resist because the mind clings to what's familiar. That resistance is not a warning to stop. It's a signal that you're moving beyond old limits. When a person continues through the resistance, they build a new mental strength, a strength that carries them through challenges, distractions, doubt, and fear. Effort breeds discipline. Discipline creates clarity. Clarity develops wisdom. Wisdom leads to better choices. Better choices produce better outcomes. And it all begins with the willingness to show up. People often ask, how do I become more confident? The answer is simple. Confidence grows from effort, from keeping promises to yourself, from doing difficult things and discovering that you survived them, from seeing your actions align with your goals. You cannot think your way into confidence. You earn it through effort repeated over time. When someone accepts the effort required for real progress, everything about their mindset shifts. They stop expecting overnight results. They stop comparing their journey to someone else's highlight reel. They stop believing success is reserved for special people. They begin to understand that progress is built day by day. Consistency matters more than intensity. Steady growth outlasts quick excitement. This brings a new peace. It removes the pressure. Progress becomes a steady walk instead of a desperate race. And in embracing effort, a person frees themselves from the trap of motivation. Motivation is emotional, unstable, temporary. Effort is a decision, and decisions build consistency. Consistency builds results. A person who accepts effort doesn't ask, do I feel like it today? They ask, does this action move me closer to the life I want? That one shift transforms everything. Progress also forces a person to face the parts of themselves they've ignored. Old excuses, old fears, old habits. Effort pulls these things into the light. And while this confrontation feels uncomfortable, it is the doorway to change. Without it, a person stays trapped in cycles they don't understand. With it, they begin breaking patterns that held them back for years. Accepting effort doesn't mean exhausting yourself. It means working with intention, knowing what matters, doing what matters, letting go of the rest. A person who works with intention makes more progress than someone who stays busy without direction. The beauty of accepting effort is this: progress becomes predictable. You trust yourself because you know you are doing the work. You stop feeling lost because each day moves you forward, even if the steps are small. You stop feeling powerless because your choices shape your future. Your energy shifts, your posture shifts, your decisions sharpen, your purpose strengthens. You live with intention instead of drifting. Your life becomes a reflection of your effort, and your effort becomes a reflection of your belief in your potential. Real progress doesn't begin when you reach the goal. It begins the moment you finally accept what the goal requires. Because progress demands effort, and effort builds the strength, clarity, and discipline to live the life you once only imagined. Chapter 3. Choose the sacrifice that matches your ambition. Every person carries an ambition that whispers to them in the quiet moments. Some hear it when they look in the mirror. Some hear it when they wake up tired of their own patterns. Some hear it when they imagine a life that feels cleaner, stronger, more meaningful, a stronger body, a better income, peace of mind, confidence, a life that makes you proud to wake up in the morning. But ambition alone does not change a life. Ambition is the spark, not the fire. The fire begins when a person decides what they are willing to sacrifice to honor that ambition. The future does not respond to wishes, it responds to exchanges. And that's why this truth is uncomfortable for so many people. Every ambition has a cost, But not every ambition demands the same cost. And until you choose the sacrifice that matches the size of your ambition, you will always feel a quiet frustration in your life. Because when the sacrifice is small, but the ambition is big, the progress will always be slow. Sacrifice is not punishment. It is alignment. People avoid the word sacrifice because it sounds painful, heavy, unfair. But sacrifice is simply this: choosing what stays in your life and choosing what must go because it no longer supports who you're becoming. It is not punishment, it is alignment. A person who wants strength must sacrifice laziness. A person who wants financial growth must sacrifice careless spending. A person who wants confidence must sacrifice hiding and avoidance. A person who wants a better environment must sacrifice the relationships that drain their energy. When the sacrifice matches the ambition, something powerful happens. You stop drifting, you stop hesitating, you stop complaining about slow results. Your days suddenly make sense. Cleaner, sharper, more meaningful. The heavy truth people. Try to escape. Many people attempt a shortcut. They tell themselves they will work harder while changing nothing else. They want progress without discomfort. They want discipline without sacrifice. They want growth without release. It's like trying to run while carrying heavy bags. Yes, you move, but every step is harder than it needs to be. Sacrifice is simply putting those bags down. Only then does the path become lighter, smoother, faster. Honesty is the first door to sacrifice. Choosing your sacrifice requires a kind of honesty most people avoid. Not the honesty that explains your behavior, but the honesty that exposes the habits that limit you. You must ask yourself, what habit must I release? What behavior delays my progress? What routine weakens me? What environment keeps me small? What excuse feels comfortable but steals my potential? These answers reveal the sacrifice your ambition requires. Discomfort isn't a sign of punishment. It is the price of a better life. Some sacrifices are simple. Less scrolling, fewer late mornings, more intentional choices. But some sacrifices cut deeper. Letting go of an old identity, outdated beliefs, or the version of you that fears being seen trying. These sacrifices reshape not just your schedule, but your inner world. When you honor your ambition, you become someone new. Once a person chooses the sacrifice that matches their ambition, their entire energy shifts. They no longer rush. They don't beg for shortcuts. They don't expect results without paying the price. Their actions carry weight. Their presence becomes sharper. They walk with a quiet confidence that comes from doing what's required. Sacrifice becomes an exchange, a moment of comfort traded for a lifetime of pride. They stop settling for weak decisions. They guard their time. They protect their ambition like something sacred. This shift changes everything: their identity, their focus, their self-respect. People fear sacrifice, but they should fear the alternative. Most people think sacrifice will make them feel deprived, but the opposite is true. When your sacrifice aligns with your ambition, you feel stronger, you feel in control, you feel clearer, you feel more connected to your future than to your past. You are no longer weighed down by distractions that used to own your time. You experience the quiet peace of someone moving forward with purpose. A person who refuses to sacrifice stays stuck in a loop of disappointment, wanting big things while living small. That gap between ambition and action creates stress, self-doubt, and confusion. But when sacrifice supports ambition, the gap closes, momentum builds, progress becomes visible, life begins to shift. Every major step requires giving something. Up to become who you want to be, you must release who you no longer are. You give up doubt when you choose confidence. You give up procrastination when you choose consistency. You give up comfort when you choose growth. You give up excuses when you choose responsibility. You give up fear when you choose action. Sacrifice creates space. If your life is filled with what you tolerate, there is no room for what you want. The daily choice that transforms a life. Choosing the sacrifice that matches your ambition is not a single decision. It is a daily renewal. Some days you will feel strong. Some days you will feel tired. Some days you will question the path, but every day you choose your sacrifice. You strengthen your identity, your discipline, your future. This is how transformation happens. Not through luck, not through motivation, not through one dramatic moment, but through the willingness to release what no longer serves the person you are becoming. Ambition tells you what you want. Sacrifice reveals how badly you want it. And when the two finally match, life begins to move. Chapter 4. Pay the daily price through steady action. Every dream a person carries comes with a quiet rule most people never learn. Progress is not purchased in dramatic moments. It is earned in the invisible choices you make every single day. The daily price is subtle. It does not announce itself. It slips into the small decisions. Do I move or delay? Do I act or avoid? Do I honor my future or betray it with old habits? Steady action is the currency of growth. Without it, a goal remains a wish drifting without direction. People imagine success arriving like lightning, sudden, loud, miraculous. But real progress rarely works that way. It grows like roots, slow, steady, underground, unseen, until one day the results stand tall for everyone to notice. The steps that build a life look simple on the surface, but simplicity does not mean ease. The mind always prefers comfort over consistency. That is why steady action is not perfection, it is commitment. It is choosing to show up even when the day feels slow, your energy feels low, and your motivation is nowhere to be found. Those days, the heavy ones, are the days that divide the dreamers from the builders. The daily price is different for everyone, but the rule is the same. One person pays by waking up earlier to fight for their health. Another pays by practicing a skill long after the mood fades. Someone else pays by studying when distractions are tempting. Another pays by learning something new every day. Different dreams, different prices, same formula. Pay the daily price. Pay it with honesty. Pay it with effort that matches the life you want. A person who pays daily doesn't wait for perfect conditions. They use what they have. They begin where they are. They move with intention instead of excuses. Many underestimate small steps because they look slow, but slow progress is still progress. Small steps build skills. Small steps build habits. Small steps shape identity. These small steps are the quiet bricks of every strong life. The power of steady action. When you show up every day, even in small way, you begin to trust yourself. That trust becomes confidence. Confidence becomes momentum. Momentum becomes a pathway toward the goal that once felt out of reach. Paying the daily price means you stop treating your dreams like hobbies. You stop waiting for luck or perfect timing. You start making choices aligned with your future, not your mood. This shift changes everything. Your actions stop being random. Your days begin to carry direction. Your ambition becomes something you build, not just something you talk about. Every day becomes a chance to practice commitment. Some days you move quickly, some days you crawl, but pace never matters. Only direction does. Real transformation is the reward for those who keep going without waiting to feel inspired. Steady action is not fueled by emotion. It is fueled by decision. The unexpected gift of consistency. Most people expect progress to feel exciting, but steady action is not meant to excite. It is meant to strengthen. It builds a foundation. It turns effort into a lifestyle. It rewires your mind to understand the power of repetition. And when you stay consistent long enough, something incredible happens. You stop doubting whether you can succeed. You stop questioning your ability. You begin to respect your own progress. You begin to see results where there were none before. This subtle shift changes a person from the inside out. Steady action spills into every area of life. Patience, time management, decision-making, discipline. You stop giving energy to distractions. You become intentional with your relationships. You move through your day with clarity instead of chaos. Your life begins to match your ambition. The hard days are part of the price. There will be days when the price feels unfair. Days when effort feels heavy. when progress feels invisible, when quitting feels easier. But these days test your commitment. They strengthen your character. They reveal whether your goal is a wish or a responsibility. You don't grow by avoiding these days. You grow by moving through them. Steady action teaches you how to stay loyal to your future even when the present feels uncertain. What the daily price really requires, steady action, does not demand massive sacrifice each day. It demands the right sacrifices: structured time, consistent effort, protection from distractions, prioritizing long-term gain over short-term comfort. It requires eliminating the habits that slow you down and honoring the habits that move you forward. This creates a deep inner strength, a strength that does not fade when motivation disappears. Every skill is built through repetition. Every habit is built through consistency. Every success story is a long trail of small decisions made by someone who paid the daily price, again and again, even when it wasn't exciting. Steady action is what turns dreams into plans and plans into achievements. The identity shift that changes everything. Paying the daily price also reshapes how you see yourself. You stop blaming luck. You stop blaming time. You stop blaming others. You begin to understand a simple truth. Your life is shaped by your effort, not by chance. That realization removes fear, because you finally know you can rely on yourself. Steady action creates inner ownership, and ownership creates strength. The simplicity that frees you. The beauty of the daily price is that it simplifies the entire journey. Instead of stressing about how far you have to go, you focus on one question: what can I do today that moves me forward? That question brings direction. Direction brings movement. Movement builds confidence. You don't need perfection. You only need consistency. Keep paying the price. Keep choosing effort over avoidance. Keep honoring your future. Because one day you will look back and realize something powerful. It wasn't motivation. It wasn't luck. It wasn't timing. Steady action, the price you paid every day, was the force that transformed your entire life. Chapter 5. Trade comfort for growth to reach your goal. Growth never begins in the warm places. It begins on the edge. The sharp, uncomfortable edge where your breath tightens, your hands hesitate, and your mind whispers, maybe later. But later never comes. And comfort is the thief that steals your later before you ever realize it's gone. Everyone wants a better life. Everyone wants progress, discipline, confidence, success. But most people fail not because they lack potential. They fail because they try to grow while staying comfortable. And those two worlds do not walk side by side. They never have. They never will. Comfort keeps you still. Growth pulls you forward. And sooner or later, you must decide which one you value more: the ease of now or the strength of your future. Comfort feels safe, but it slowly shrinks your life. Comfort is warm, familiar, predictable. It makes you feel like you're okay, even when you're not moving at all. It convinces you that you're fine staying who you are, where you are, doing what you've always done. But comfort comes with a hidden cost. It steals your potential quietly. It keeps your world small. It blocks the path between the person you are and the person you could be. Comfort has a voice and it's persuasive. Wait for the right time. You're not ready yet. Don't take risks. Stay where it's familiar. But comfort never pays you back. It gives you temporary ease and lifelong regret. Growth, the path that feels hard but builds you. Growth is not gentle. It challenges your mind, stretches your patience, and asks you to show up in moments where quitting feels easier. But growth also rewards you, not just with progress, but with power. Growth teaches you how to think under pressure, how to stay focused in chaos, how to take action when motivation disappears, how to keep going when your emotions try to drag you backward. Comfort cannot teach you any of these things. Only growth can. Because growth demands something from you: your fear, your excuses, your old habits, your old identity, the version of you that settles. Discomfort isn't a warning, It's a signal you are changing people. Often mistake discomfort for danger, but discomfort is actually proof that your life is expanding. Nervous? Good. It means you're stretching. Uncertain? Good. It means you're learning. Uncomfortable? Good. It means you're growing. These feelings are not signs to stop. They are signs that the transformation has begun. Every meaningful change begins with discomfort. Every breakthrough begins with tension. Every new level requires you to leave behind the old one. And the moment you feel yourself stepping into discomfort, you are stepping into the version of yourself who can reach your goals. Growth builds awareness. Comfort numbs. When you choose growth, the world inside you becomes clearer. You begin to notice when fear is talking, when excuses start whispering, when laziness pretends to be logic, when old habits try to pull you backward. Growth forces you to pay attention. Comfort shuts your eyes. Awareness becomes a superpower. It helps you break cycles you once repeated unconsciously. It allows you to interrupt the version of yourself that kept you stuck. Comfort wants you unaware. Growth wants you awake. The pain of staying stuck is always worse than the pain of change. There comes a moment in every transformation, a moment where something inside you clicks. You realize the discomfort you avoided was never as painful as staying the same. You realize the work you postponed was the same work that would have freed you. You realize the steps you feared were the steps that would have built your confidence. At that moment, the trade between comfort and growth becomes obvious. Comfort gives you temporary relief. Growth gives you a future. Growth reshapes your time, your energy, your identity. When a person chooses growth, everything shifts. They stop wasting hours on empty routines. They stop surrounding themselves with people who don't want more. They stop investing in habits that slowly destroy them. Instead, they begin organizing their days around improvement. They begin making choices their future self will thank them for. They begin valuing their time because they understand its connection to success. Growth turns a person from a dreamer into a doer, from someone who talks about change into someone who creates it. Growth builds responsibility, the foundation of all success. When you leave comfort, you also leave dependency. You stop waiting to be pushed. You stop expecting motivation to rescue you. You stop believing someone else will fix your life for you. Growth teaches you self-responsibility. You learn how to show up on days you don't feel like it. You learn how to stay committed without applause. You learn how to take control of your own story. This shift changes everything, because the person who can discipline themselves is the person who can reach any goal. Growth becomes familiar, and what once scared you becomes normal with time. Discomfort transforms into strength. What once felt difficult becomes part of your routine. What once felt intimidating becomes manageable. What once felt impossible becomes your new baseline. You begin to realize a powerful truth. The discomfort was never a wall, it was a doorway. And stepping through it unlocks a new version of you. More focused, more disciplined, more resilient, more capable of carrying the weight of your dreams. Comfort cannot build the person. Every meaningful goal requires a stronger version of you, a more disciplined version, a more focused version, a more courageous version. Comfort cannot create that version. Comfort can only protect the person you currently are. Growth creates the person you need to become. That is the real trade. The life you want lives on the other side of discomfort. The moment you choose growth over comfort, you give yourself permission to rise. You gain access to a future only the committed will ever reach. Comfort offers ease. Growth offers a life. A person who chooses growth chooses purpose. They choose discipline. They choose strength. They choose transformation. They choose their higher self. And when you choose growth consistently, the life you once imagined slowly moves toward you, not because you wished for it, but because you became the person capable of achieving it. Chapter 6. Face the cost of discipline with honesty. There is a truth most people avoid. Discipline has a cost, a real cost, a daily cost, a cost you cannot escape, negotiate, or postpone. But the only way a person ever pays that cost is by facing it with honesty. Raw, uncomfortable, unfiltered honesty. Without honesty, discipline dies before it ever has the chance to grow. Most people don't lack the ability to become disciplined. They lack the willingness to look at themselves without disguises. Because honesty is not gentle. Honesty is a mirror that doesn't flatter you. It shows the reality you try to hide. It exposes the habits that slow you down, the excuses that protect your comfort, and the choices that quietly kill your progress. And that is why many people avoid it. They want the rewards of discipline without admitting the responsibility that discipline demands. The lies we tell ourselves to protect comfort. People say they're trying when they're only wishing. People say they're committed when they're only curious. People say they're overwhelmed when they're simply avoiding responsibility. These lies feel small, but they compound. They create a life where intentions rise high, but actions stay low. A life where promises are made but never kept. A life where potential rots beneath layers of excuses. The gap between who you want to be and who you currently are can only be closed when you stare directly at the truth you've been avoiding. Honesty cuts through illusions. It leaves no place to hide. It demands one question. Are you living with discipline, or are you lying to yourself about it? Discipline cannot grow on a foundation of illusions. Discipline is not built through motivation. It is not built through perfect conditions. It is not built through occasional effort. Discipline is built on truth. Truth about your habits, truth about your flaws, truth about your patterns, truth about how much time you've wasted on things that added nothing to your future. Without this truth, discipline has nowhere to stand. To face the cost of discipline, you must admit, some comforts must be sacrificed. Success requires consistent effort. Your old habits are easy but insufficient. Progress won't always feel good. Your future demands more from you than your past ever did. This honesty hurts at first, but the pain of truth is nothing compared to the pain of regret. People want discipline to feel easy. It never does in the beginning. People want discipline to feel natural, automatic, effortless. But discipline begins as work, the kind of work that exposes who you are when no one is watching. It shows what you're willing to trade for the life you claim to want. In the beginning, discipline feels unnatural because your mind is still attached to old patterns. It still craves comfort. It still negotiates with laziness. It still seeks the path of least resistance. You must face this honestly. Growth requires discomfort. Discipline requires repetition. Progress requires effort. There is no shortcut. There is only truth. And truth asks you to pay the cost up front. Honesty removes confusion. A person who faces the cost of discipline with honesty becomes clear, laser clear. They stop waiting for motivation. They stop waiting for the right time. They stop excusing themselves for being inconsistent. Their actions no longer depend on emotion. They depend on responsibility. They choose structure even when it's inconvenient. They choose consistency even when distractions pull at them. They choose progress even when comfort whispers to them like an old friend. Honesty strips away the noise. It leaves a person with one undeniable reality. You know what you must do. Now do it. Discipline is built in the smallest, quietest moments. People think discipline is built through grand gestures, but discipline is built in everyday choices. Waking up on time instead of hitting snooze. Working on your goals instead of scrolling through distractions. Preparing instead of postponing. Choosing habits that build you rather than habits that drain you. Finishing what you started instead of quitting halfway. These moments reveal your commitment far more than any emotional declaration ever will. When you refuse to pay the cost of discipline in these small moments, your life becomes chaotic. Your energy becomes scattered. Your goals drift out of reach. Your confidence quietly weakens. And guilt begins to grow in the empty space where progress should have been. Honesty breaks the cycle of avoidance. Avoidance always ends the same way. I'll start tomorrow. But the tomorrow you imagine is the same tomorrow you destroy with the habits you repeat today. When a person finally says, I am the one holding myself back, they take the first real step toward discipline. Accountability begins. Maturity begins. Change begins. Honesty breaks the illusion. It removes the fantasy version of yourself and forces you to see who you are and who you could become. Your mind will resist change. That resistance is not a sign to stop. When you start building discipline, the mind will fight you. It will negotiate. It will exaggerate effort. It will convince you that you are tired. It will highlight discomfort. It will scream for the familiar. These reactions do not mean you are incapable. They mean you are crossing into new territory. You must learn to see these reactions clearly, not as limitations, but as signs of transformation. Discipline grows when you choose action, despite resistance, despite fear, despite doubt. Boundaries, the hidden cost. Most people avoid a disciplined life requires boundaries with yourself and with others. You must protect your time, protect your focus, protect your growth. This means saying no to distractions, limiting time with people who slow you down, removing activities that steal your attention, guarding your energy from anything that drains it. Without boundaries, discipline collapses. With boundaries, discipline becomes your default. You cannot honor your future if you're constantly surrendering to the present. The cost includes patience, the most uncomfortable price of all. Most people quit not because they lack discipline, but because they lack patience. They want immediate payoff, immediate results, immediate progress. But honesty reminds you, progress is often invisible at first. Change happens internally long before it shows externally. Consistency builds quietly. A person who accepts the cost of patience does not panic. They trust the process because they know they are putting in the work. Accountability builds self-respect. Holding yourself accountable is not about beating yourself up. It's about telling the truth about your effort. Did you show up? Did you follow through? Did you honor your plan? When you don't, honesty pushes you to correct, not collapse. This builds self-respect, a strength deeper than motivation, a strength that makes discipline sustainable. Discipline gets easier when honesty raises your standards. Over time, as you continue paying the cost, something changes. What once felt difficult becomes natural. What once felt overwhelming becomes manageable. What once felt like sacrifice becomes part of your identity. This transformation does not happen through force. It happens through honest repetition. It happens when you stop lying to yourself about what it really takes. And once discipline becomes part of who you are, your life becomes calmer, more structured, more powerful, more intentional. You wake up knowing you can rely on yourself. You act with clarity because your actions match your goals. You feel in control because you've built a foundation of consistency. The cost is real, but the reward is life-changing. Discipline demands time, effort, focus, consistency, boundaries, patience, accountability, truth. But it gives you something priceless. Pride, confidence, progress, strength, a reliable identity, a future worth living, freedom from the cycles that once held you hostage. A person who faces the cost of discipline with honesty becomes unrecognizable, not to others, but to the weaker version of themselves they left behind. They stop living below their potential. They stop repeating their excuses. They stop settling for half-lived days. They rise, they sharpen, they strengthen. They become someone who keeps their word. And all of it begins with a single truth. Discipline has a cost. And when you face that cost with honesty, you gain access to a life that comfort could never give you. Chapter 7. Give consistent effort to earn real results. Every person who truly wants to change their life eventually runs into the same undeniable truth. Real results are not created by random effort. They are created by consistent effort, repeated long enough to build momentum. Most people start strong, but they don't stay. They push hard for a few days, a few weeks, sometimes even a month, and then they stop. Their effort fades, their excitement drops, their old habits return quietly and take over again. And then they wonder why nothing in their life transforms. They forget, or maybe they never learned, that consistency is the engine that turns small actions into unstoppable progress. When you commit to steady effort, something powerful happens. Your results begin to take root. Your confidence grows. You start trusting your own path because you know you're doing the work. Not just when you're motivated, but when you're tired, bored, stressed, or uninspired. But here's the challenge. Consistency rarely feels dramatic. It rarely feels exciting. It doesn't impress people. It doesn't give you instant results. It doesn't turn heads. Consistency is quiet, ordinary, almost invisible. It demands that you show up again and again and again, especially on the days when showing up is the last thing you feel like doing. That's why so many people struggle with it. They want change to feel cinematic. They want a breakthrough without the build-up. They want the results of discipline without the cost of discipline. But real results are not created in flashes of inspiration. They are earned through quiet persistence, not sudden miracles. When you learn to value consistency, you unlock a level of progress that most people will never experience. Consistency means you stop letting emotions decide your actions. Motivation comes and goes. Energy rises and falls. Some days you're inspired, some days you're distracted, some days you're exhausted, and some days you simply don't care. But consistency asks you to act anyway, to take the step, to do the work, to honor your commitment, not your mood. This is what separates progress from stagnation. Think about how many goals fail not because someone lacked the ability, but because they lacked daily discipline. They fall in love with the idea of change, but not the process of change. They start a routine, follow it for a few days, and then slip back into old patterns. They start a project with excitement, but lose focus the moment it gets challenging. They make promises to themselves and break them at the first sign of inconvenience. The problem is not capability, it's inconsistency. Real results demand discipline. The discipline to show up even when your feelings disagree. Consistent effort builds resilience. When you show up every day, even in small ways, you develop something rare: mental endurance. You learn not to quit when progress is slow. You learn how to keep going after setbacks. You learn how to rebuild after disappointment. You learn how to remain focused while others get frustrated and walk away. Consistency does not remove obstacles. It prepares you to outlast them. And that is one of the greatest strengths a person can ever develop. Consistency requires systems, not willpower. A person who tries to rely only on willpower burns out quickly. Willpower is temporary. Routine is reliable. Consistency thrives when your life has structure. When your day has clear blocks of time dedicated to your goals, when you know when you work, when you rest, and when you focus, when you eliminate confusion and reduce unnecessary decisions. Structure guides you. It supports your effort. It makes progress predictable. A structured life beats a motivated life every time. Consistency requires time management and priorities. Most people say, "I don't have time." But what they really mean is, "I haven't made it a priority." Time is not found. Time is created. Time is protected. When something matters deeply, you make space for it. You remove distractions. You cut out noise. You stop giving your hours to things that steal your attention, but add nothing to your growth. Real results demand focus. Focus grows from intention, and intention is reflected in how you spend your time. Consistency requires patience. One of the biggest reasons people quit is because they underestimate how long progress takes. They want results now, today, immediately. But progress grows quietly beneath the surface. You may not see changes at first, but the work is working. Skills are forming, habits are strengthening, confidence is rising, clarity is sharpening, discipline is deepening. Everything is growing, even if you can't see it yet. Patience keeps you steady while your results develop behind the scenes. Consistency means celebrating small wins. Most people ignore small improvements. They call them insignificant. They only care about the final result. But small wins are proof that your effort matters. They are evidence that you're moving forward. They build belief. They build momentum. When you learn to celebrate small progress, you stay encouraged. You stop feeling like you're failing just because you're not finished. Consistency means letting go of perfection. Perfection kills progress. People wait for the perfect plan, the perfect timing, the perfect feeling, the perfect environment. And while they wait, the consistent person moves. Consistency does not demand perfect action, only repeated action. The person who takes imperfect steps daily will always outrun the person who waits for perfect conditions. Always. Consistency builds identity. This is one of the most powerful truths. When you show up every day, you stop seeing yourself as someone who tries. You start seeing yourself as someone who follows through. You trust your own word. You respect your own discipline. You believe in your own effort. Your identity shifts, and behavior follows identity. When you see yourself as a consistent person, acting consistently becomes natural. Consistency simplifies your journey. Most people overwhelm themselves by thinking too far ahead. They worry about the whole path. They stress about what could go wrong. They overthink every detail. But consistency teaches you to focus on one thing today, not next month, not next year, not the entire journey, just today. Your job is simple. Give effort today, then repeat tomorrow. That's it. That tiny shift removes pressure and creates peace. Consistency makes your results predictable. You no longer hope for success. You create it. You no longer wonder if you'll achieve your goal. You prove it with your actions. You no longer feel powerless. You feel prepared. When you are consistent, progress becomes inevitable, unavoidable, guaranteed. Consistency transforms you. Quietly, your habits sharpen, your discipline strengthens, your confidence grows, your energy changes, your mindset evolves. You stop waiting for luck. You stop envying others. You stop feeling stuck. You begin moving with purpose, with intention, with clarity. Your life starts shifting, not because of a dramatic breakthrough, but because of thousands of small, steady steps you took when no one was watching. Real results belong to the person who keeps going long after excitement fades. Real results belong to the person who shows up without an audience. Real results belong to the person who gives steady effort, because they understand that consistency, not intensity, is what builds a life worth living. Chapter 8. Match your habits to the goal. You want every goal carries a lifestyle with it, and most people never reach their dreams because they refuse to adjust their daily habits. You can wish for success, you can imagine a better future, you can talk about your goals for years. But if your habits don't match what you want, nothing changes. Life responds to habits, not hopes. Your habits shape your identity. Your habits choose your direction. Your habits decide whether you rise or stay stuck. Your future isn't a mystery. It's a reflection of what you repeatedly do. Weak habits create weak outcomes. Strong habits create strong results. It's not magic, it's pattern. Matching your habits to your goals begins with honesty. If you want health, your habits must support strength. If you want financial growth, your habits must support earning and discipline. If you want confidence, your habits must support courage and action. No dream survives habits that contradict it. Look closely at your days, how you wake up, how you handle stress, how you spend your free time, how you treat your body, how often you follow through. These patterns reveal more about your future than any dream you speak out loud. And once you see what holds you back, you can replace it. Not just cut the bad habit, replace it with a better one. Empty space pulls you back into old behavior. New habits pull you forward. This change won't happen overnight. Habits are built through repetition, not intention. You don't change your life by deciding once, you change it by deciding every day. Some habits will feel heavy in the beginning, but with time, they become who you are. That's how progress becomes permanent. To align your habits with your goals, you must also remove the ones that waste your time, drain your energy, and distract your focus. Many people lose years to small, harmless habits that quietly steal their potential. Structure helps you break this cycle. Structure creates clarity. Structure frees your mind. When your routine is clear, you don't hesitate, you execute. Execution builds consistency. Consistency builds momentum. Your environment matters too. A distracting environment makes discipline harder. An environment built for growth makes discipline natural. Surround yourself with order, focus, boundaries, and peace. Let your environment reflect the life you want, not the one you're trying to escape. And track your patterns. Not for perfection, for awareness. Awareness helps you adjust faster, correct mistakes earlier, and stay intentional. As your habits align with your goals, your mindset shifts. You think clearer. You walk with confidence. You feel connected to your future because your actions finally support it. Small habits, repeated daily, create the biggest transformations. You don't need giant leaps. You need steady steps. Matching your habits to your goals requires honesty, patience, and discipline. But once you commit, you become unstoppable. Because when your habits match your ambition, you stop waiting for change. You create it. Chapter 9. Respect the process by showing up daily. Every meaningful goal has a process, and the only way to honor it is to show up every single day with courage, intention, and effort. Most people fail not because they lack talent or opportunity, but because they abandon the process too soon. They wait for inspiration. They wait for the perfect moment. They chase shortcuts. But the truth is brutal. The process only rewards those who commit. Showing up daily is more than action. It's a declaration. It tells your future self, I am serious. I will do the work. I will grow. Some days your effort will blaze with energy. Some days it will be quiet, almost invisible. Yet it is the act of showing up, even when tired, even when uncertain, that transforms you. Consistency carves resilience. It teaches your mind to move forward even when circumstances are imperfect. Growth is patient. Progress is often invisible at first. Skills sharpen slowly. Discipline deepens quietly. Habits take root silently. Every repetition is a seed that, over time, blooms into results. Respecting the process means trusting the unseen work, trusting that today's small effort compounds into tomorrow's extraordinary outcome. Showing up daily also builds responsibility. No one else will do it for you. No miracle will save your goals. Every day you engage with your growth, you send a message to yourself, I am in control. I will not drift. I am building my future. Daily commitment sharpens focus. Distractions fade. Productivity becomes automatic. Your confidence grows because your actions begin to mirror your ambitions. You become someone whose word matters, to yourself first. Reliability, discipline, and resilience become inseparable from who you are. The process demands humility. There are no shortcuts. You cannot skip steps. Mistakes are lessons. Resistance is a sign you are expanding. Each day you show up despite discomfort, you train your mind to follow intention rather than feelings. Momentum grows through repetition. Consistency transforms effort into results. Quick bursts of energy bring fleeting change. Daily effort creates enduring transformation. Each day adds strength. Each repetition builds a layer of progress. Each action, however small, compounds into a life you once only imagined. Respecting the process shapes your lifestyle. Discipline replaces dependence on luck. Structure replaces chaos. Repetition replaces hope. Over time, the showing up becomes natural. It becomes who you are. And when milestones finally arrive, you will know they were earned. Not convenient, not lucky, not borrowed from circumstance. They were forged in the quiet, relentless commitment of every day you chose to honor your growth. Showing up daily is the ultimate act of respect for your goals, for your dreams, for yourself. It proves you believe in the power of your own effort. It proves you are willing to do what it takes day after day, even when it feels difficult. When you live this way, your life becomes a reflection of dedication, perseverance, and true chapter 10. Take responsibility for the price you choose. Every goal has a price, every dream demands payment, and the most powerful step you can take is choosing to own that price. You cannot reach a goal while clutching every comfort of the present. You cannot build a future without surrendering the easy habits of yesterday. The cost may be time, effort, patience, discipline, consistency, or even the courage to leave behind your old identity. Whatever it is, it must be fully owned. Many people crave progress but resist responsibility. They point at circumstances, obstacles, people, or timing, hoping the world will change while they avoid changing themselves. Real transformation begins the moment you stop handing your power away and accept the price for the life you want. Responsibility is not blame, it is ownership. It is saying, "My choices will shape my future." That statement returns control to your hands. You stop negotiating with excuses. You stop leaning on fleeting motivation. You stop giving your energy to distraction. Responsibility becomes the unshakable foundation that holds your growth steady, no matter how high the obstacles rise. To accept this price, you must see yourself clearly. Admit when you fall short. Recognize habits that slow you down. Face the truth when your actions don't match your ambition. Honesty is uncomfortable. It strips away the comforting stories that hide in action, but it gives you clarity, direction, and a place to stand. When you take responsibility, results are no longer dependent on luck or ease. You stop wishing for shortcuts and start valuing the journey. You understand that every achievement requires sacrifice, and you choose that sacrifice willingly. Responsibility aligns your actions with your goals. It sharpens your decisions. It stops you from drifting. Many spend years blaming their schedules, their past, their environment, or their mood. Responsibility slices through all of it. You may not control everything around you, but you always control your effort, your mindset, and your willingness to pay the price. There is a difference between a chosen price and a forced price. When you choose willingly, you design your life. When you avoid it, life charges you anyway, through regret, stagnation, fear, and missed opportunity. Choose your price. Own it. Pay it. Responsibility builds self-respect. Every commitment you honor grows trust in yourself. Every effort you make proves you are capable. Every time you endure, you strengthen your identity. Your character rises, your habits strengthen, your mindset sharpens, your decisions gain weight. Responsibility also teaches consequences. The price you pay always determines your return. Consistency brings progress. Laziness brings stagnation. Courage brings confidence. Comfort brings limitation. The truth is clear. You earn exactly what you pay for. This ownership gives you freedom. Freedom from regret. Freedom from inconsistency. Freedom from waiting for circumstances to improve. Freedom to create your future. Freedom to step into the person your potential calls you to be. When you take responsibility for the price you choose, excuses lose power. Fear loses control. Time becomes an ally. Effort becomes your tool. Your life stops being dictated by chance or circumstance. You stop living passively, you start living intentionally. You step into a level of maturity that transforms everything. Responsibility is not a burden. It is your power. It is the key that unlocks a life built not by luck, not by waiting, but by deliberate, courageous choice. Choose your price. Pay it fully. Honor it relentlessly. And nothing in your life will remain out of reach. Achievement,